Alright. First attempt at this stream, we lost connection. It's kind of ridiculous for what I pay for internet. Anyways, thanks for tuning in if you're watching this live on Twitch. If you're not, if you managed to catch this on my channel on YouTube, welcome to my Let's Stream / Let's Play of Final Fantasy VIII. I'm your host, grekaosangel. And without any further ado, let's get this thing started. Now, in the very first stream episode of Final Fantasy VIII, we didn't really quite get very far. Controller issues aside, it was really just a matter of didn't have the time to really invest in anything. We did get to, I think, most of the beginning segments of the game. We still have a few more tutorials to go through, a couple more things to pick up before we're really left to do whatever we want. But I believe by the very early on in this this stream, or probably towards the end, we're going to have a lot more freedom to do the triple triad card game for Final Fantasy VIII. So let's go ahead and continue where we last left off. We just left the garden. We're supposed to go take a prerequisite test to acquire the third GF, Ifrit, whatever you want to call it. And I believe we'll spend some time in the fire caverns to gain some AP to learn Quetzalcoatl's card ability, which is what we need to be able to turn monsters into cards, because we're kind of doing a sort of low level but super overpowered kind of beginning stages of Final Fantasy VIII. As I explained in the last, the beginning episode of this whole thing, Final Fantasy VIII is one of those games that are very, very easy to break, and that's thanks to the way that it does its whole stats system. We're not going to bother fighting these things. Oh, yeah. If you time that just right, you do extra damage. We're going to be utilizing another trick, probably not in this episode, and maybe not even the next one. It depends on whenever we get to the seed exam. God, what are the odds of that? But basically, the trick will allow us to basically get all the necessary skills on the GFs we have at that point in the game without actually gaining any levels on our main characters. And that will allow us to essentially keep all the enemies that we're fighting for the beginning of the game fairly low leveled, and it's very helpful. You know, the lower your level, the lower the enemy's level, the easier the game's going to be. Somewhat is the general rule we can, you know, play by. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. I wish we could skip this. And there's how you can easily break the game. If you use the card ability and you play triple triad to get some pretty nice rare cards, and you refine those cards into items, and then from those items into magic, you can get magic that you should not have access to, period, for like probably the entire first disc, if not the second. Now here's the thing, if you have fire equipped to your strength, Squall's not going to be the type of person who's going to be using and casting that fire. Because if you use that fire, you're weakening your strength stat. And that's the thing that is so weird. And that's why I think a lot of people didn't like this game at first. You know, if you don't quite understand how junctioning works, you can very easily have a difficult time getting through the game because you're not properly augmenting your stats, or you're augmenting them and then you're not doing as much damage as time goes on because you're wasting that magic that you're intending to use to build your strength up. And it's just it's one of those, it's more complex than it first seems on the surface, and this is how we're able to really break the game. And I think that's why I originally didn't like the game. You know, I had such a hard time. You know, you come off from the other Final Fantasies where you're not expecting to have enemies that are getting stronger as you're getting stronger. It's just so weird. And this whole idea of having to draw magic, and that's where a lot of complaints come from. Oh, you have to draw, you have to draw. Well, yeah, you do. Otherwise, you have to do the card game. Either way, it's busy work. But, you know, you're not really, you know, getting anything, you know, there's no real advantage. You're not really winning anything. You're kind of fighting a losing battle either way. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. So, yeah, I guess we'll have to go through this for those of you who probably have never played the game, and that's the reason why I'm doing this. So you guys can get an idea of what the game is, and if you've never played before, maybe you want to try. So basically, if we have the game autoplay for us when we get these limit breaks, Renzoku-kin, we don't have to time it. But you can't get perfects, and of course I believe, and I might be mistaken since I don't know the whole mechanics behind this, scoring a perfect, I think, gives you extra damage to your strike, you know, because you're pulling the trigger at the correct time. So basically, if you want to try your skills, test your skills, you can have auto off and the indicator off, so you kind of have to know exactly when to time it just by the animation and the actual attack. But, yeah, forget that. Yep, we are ready to go. We don't need anything less, no, we don't need anything. 10 minutes is more than enough. Alright, we're gonna real quick jump over to GFs here. Oh, junction. Take one off. Actually, let's just see who is... Come on. Who is the stronger magic stat? Neither one of them do. Alright, jump over here. Let's give her... Magic's irrelevant. We'll give her item and we'll give her draw. And then GF. So we don't have magic. I don't really care how it looks. We just need to get in here, get Ifrit, and then get out. Alright. You're trying to waste my time is what you're doing. And another reason we want to do this is you're going to get the card for Ifrit for Triple Triad once we beat him. So that's going to basically build our deck up a little bit so that we have a little bit strong cards to play with. We won't lose so terribly when we go to actually build the other parts of our deck up. Man, the encounter rate here is... oh, it's painful. This is why we're going to really go for the encounter half and encounter none abilities real quick. So let's junction magic. Since I gave her oh, you know what, forget it. We don't need to worry about this. Oh, come on, I took 3 steps. Yep. Oh, that's because I know I'm gonna win. Alright, so basically we're just gonna spam the crap out of these. Now the good thing about this game is when you're in the process of taking your time to summon your GFs, they're taking the brunt of damage. So if they all have HP, so if an enemy attacks you while you're in the middle of summoning, the GF takes the damage. They're basically the damage sponge. So even if you want to spam GFs, it's a good way of keeping your characters alive if you don't know what you're doing. That's what a lot of people tend to do very beginning of the game. If it's your first time through, you just throw them out, throw them out, throw them out. And it's pretty much fair game at that point. The cool thing is you can use GFs repeatedly until they've basically been knocked out. Alright, we're going to kind of draw. We're going to stock that up. Summon Shiva. We're going to draw a Cure. Because once we conjunction that to HP, it gives us a bit of a boost. Now, once you get the boost ability, I believe it is, you can basically, I believe it's tapping square, will increase the amount of damage that GFs do while while their animation is going on. I believe the timer ends once we catch Ifrit. If it doesn't, we might actually fail this. Hoo-hoo. I guess we won't be using Shiva after this. Again, you know, it's just going through the motions at this point until we really get to do what is really arguably one of the fun elements of Fantasy VIII, and that's the card game. It's one of those mini games that, you know, it's fun to play. Come on, go down. He's gotta be getting close to being killed at this point. Come on, just lose already. It's gonna be incredibly embarrassing to lose this match, this whole test, if he doesn't go down after this. Dealt quite a bit of damage to him. He should go down. Come on. Thank you. Yep, that's what I thought. Basically allow us to junction elemental magic to sort of boost our defenses. Yes, yes. As well as elemental defenses. Yep. I believe that shows us which element. This is an elemental attack. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so basically your attacks will have elements of that linked junction element magic. So pretty much when we attack with this type of stuff, we'd have 50% of, you know, the damage that we deal is linked to an ice or, you know, blizzard damage. I believe it's considered ice magic. a certain amount of damage reduction. I think you can go higher to where you absorb an element. Yeah, so green tells us that 50% of damage from fire is going to be absorbed at that point. Of the damage that gets dealt. So that's why when you have stuff like Firaga and Blizzaga and Thundaga and all this stuff, you can become very powerful very early on in the game. And pretty much we just experiment, much like any other Final Fantasy sort of magic system, since I think Final Fantasy VI. Yep. Alright. So technically, we now have Ifrit for our team. Let's go here. I believe what we want to start making him learn right away is Fire Magic Refine. Although having him learn HP Junction is also good because we'll want that to basically add the curative magic to boost our HP pretty good. So what we're going to start, we'll just start with this because it's easy to go with. That's halfway done. And that's more than halfway done. So what we're going to do is we're just going to spend some time out here fighting enemies till we learn pretty much what we need to. Let's see, can I get it? Yes. I think that extra kaboom is the sound of me nailing the critical. Maybe not, I'm not sure. Alright. 1 AP. Oh my gosh, that's painful. More enemies. Oh. Oh, I killed it. Huh. That's anticlimactic. Okay, that's cool. 1 AP. Yep, I'm pretty sure they're all going to give us that. Let's see, do we even have Blizzard? I don't think we do. Nope, only fire. Of course, we've already drawn from that. Come on, more than one enemy, please. Let's see, what can we draw? Just fire? Alright. When you have ATB set to wait, anytime you're in a menu, nothing is going to be moving around. So your bars, all of your enemies' attacks, simply don't go anywhere. Which is helpful when you have curative stuff stacked. And you don't want to, make the effect wear off too soon. And, you know, when you're not really in a hurry to do anything major, it's a perfectly fine thing for first-time players, or even veterans of the game to go with. Da, da, da. Love that theme. Let's see, maybe we'll find more than one enemy as we come down this direction. Once we have the card ability, it works much like Final Fantasy IX's Quina, the Eat ability. It's pretty much ineffective against enemies that have full HP. What you want to do is damage them a little bit. I don't think it's as ridiculous as a quarter of their HP, like in Final Fantasy IX, but you do have to damage them before card will take effect. When you card a monster, you turn them into a playable card, whatever it happens to be, and the battle will end. You don't gain experience, so that's good. It'll keep you a low level when you do all the stuff, but you get to keep the AP. So you're essentially going to be able to teach your GFs their abilities and stay low leveled. And that's what we're going for. We want to build our deck, we want to build up our abilities, at the same time not, you know, leveling too much. Because then the game gets harder. It kind of becomes pointless to overpower ourselves if we're not keeping the enemy's levels low. But we should get 2 AP for this. I think we've done like, what, 5? So we still got quite a bit to go. 15. Oh gosh. 15 more AP. Oh, that's good. And let's put this to the test. Stock that up. Don't quite know what that is. Blizzard, maybe? Thunders. Now this, I believe, fun little Final Fantasy tidbit of facts. Quetzalcoatl, or Quetzalcoatl, is the first lightning-based summon in the Final Fantasy series to not have been Ramuh. This one's based off of, I believe it's the Aztec Thunderbird, or something like that. Which is, it's a weird name because Quetzalcoatl, I believe, was a snake or a serpent, not a bird. Which is weird. Or it might have been a flying snake. My Aztec, Mayan, Incan kind of mythology, well, not mythology, but history is kind of rusty. Let's see, what can we draw from him? Ooh, there's where we get blizzards from. Excellent. Those are actually kind of weak. Does Ifrit automatically come with the elemental junction ability? We have to test that out. Let's see. Let's give him... Ooh, strength and magic. Okay. Alright, magic. We're gonna augment attack with blizzard. Augment strength fire. Come on. And obviously, the more you stock up, the stronger we're going to get to our elemental attacks. So, gotta remember that Blizzard is from the winged thing. I don't know these names. That's the one thing I'm going to have to apologize up front. I don't know any of these names. Oh, these are kind of weak. It's only the bombs that are really difficult in terms of HP amount. So we have Ice Magic Refined, so that's good. Let's go to the next thing we want to learn from Shiva. Alright, let's see. I don't really have a list of what I want to learn next. So I think we're just going to go with the junctioning ability so that these GFs can augment our strength to the maximum that they can, straight up. So I believe Vitality, I want to say Vitality also has some combination to defense, not HP. So we'll go with that. Wait, did we even pick something for Ifrit? Yes, fire refining, okay. And I'm sorry, this is bugging me. I'm gonna have to turn that around. Item's not really necessary. We'll go with no, drop, GF, item. And we got some potions, so we'll just pop them there. And on we go. Alright, so let's do this. One round of drawing. Stock. And what's interesting is when you draw, the character that has those things equipped, it'll have a little square next to it. So you'll see that, like when we come here and I draw Blizzard, Squall has that in stock. So you know that he has that Blizzard spell junctioned to that character specifically. And if you wanted to, you could sit here and just draw until you have 100. You can only hold a maximum of 100 of any particular magic in the game. So if we wanted to, we could sit here and while we're leveling up, just keep drawing, and we have, you know, a fairly sizable amount of magic for pretty much not that much work. So my goal is to learn card and then kind of move on from there. Show you how that works. Get some cards. Bomb cards are very important early on. They're kind of a strong card, somewhat, for beginners. And also, your GFs level up as you gain AP. And we are only 7 points away, come on. We could go out of the fire cavern to fight, you know, a couple of them. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Oh my gosh, this is really good. So let's just go ahead and do Houston Cold Roll. Let's draw Blizzard from stock. It's probably gonna kill it, but oh well. Yep, because he died. That's powerful. Nice. Alright, just 3 more, and we should be able to start modding. Not modding, but carding. Card mod is what we're going to want to do right after we get card for Quetzalcoatl, because we want to be able to turn those cards that we get from enemies and in the triple triad into items. Alright, come on. There's no shortage of battles, that's for sure. I literally took 1 step, maybe 2, if you even want to call it that. The only bad thing about setting ATB to wait is your bars will stop even when the enemy gets a turn to attack. But this is a pretty good place to level up just because the enemies aren't really much of a threat at this point. I mean, you come stocked with 6 potions. That's more than enough to pretty much do what you need to do. I believe we're going to get card after this battle, finally. And we can kind of start experimenting with each of these enemies in here to find out how many times do we have to hit him, or hit them, before we get what we want. Before we do anything else, we want to move right to our GF and change what we want to learn. Because if we do it, it's going to automatically jump to something. And then that's a waste. So we're going to go on to card mod. We might want to do Thunder or the mod, but it's kind of up to you. I think card mod is more important because you can very easily get 30 AP when we go do the other trick a little while later. So we'll start with card mod, get that first. Alright, so let's, I believe we have to set it. Oh, nope, I guess I have to come down here to card. Let's jump over here, use a potion on both of us. Get a couple of fire, the bombs are the ones that are important right now. We'll do at least 1 or 2 of each monster in here so we know what they turn into. And we'll go from there. We might just be able to card this straight from full HP. Maybe. Nope. Gonna have to damage it. Alright, still alive, so we're gonna go ahead and card it. We won't gain any more experience if it's successful. There we go. Excellent. A Buell card, which I think is the name of the monsters. A Buell. No experience, but we got AP, and that's important. So if we come over here to our cards, we just got, boom, there we go. That's what it is. Now I don't know what they turn into because we don't have the card mod refining ability, but now we don't have to worry about killing them, we just have to weaken them. So 1 attack on that one, that's all it takes. These, I don't even know if we're going to be able to card these. Nope, so we do have to do it. So let's draw Thunder, and we'll cast it on itself. Hopefully it doesn't outright kill it. Nope, thought so. To switch between characters once they have ATB bars full, you want to press circle. It's kind of counterintuitive. I'm always wanting to do triangle. Let's attack, and hopefully she doesn't kill it. But nope, there it goes. Well, those just... they're probably not even worth carding. Really. It's nice, Vampire Fang. Shouldn't Shiva have... oh, you know what? I bet... did Shiva already learn what we need her to? Please don't kill it. Excellent. See, this ability to turn monsters into cards is just kind of overpowered. And it's such an innocuous looking kind of thing that you never would have thought, crap, why didn't I know about this sooner? I think she already learned. Yep. Let's see. Oh, duh. I remember I wanted to learn Vitality. My bad. I'm not remembering what I've done already. I am going to go ahead and apologize up front that this is going to be kind of what we're doing for the first couple streams. Just getting everything set up. It's a lot of preliminary kind of stuff. But once we get everything set up, we're going to be flying through this game as quickly as we can. Alright, come on, give me some bombs. Excellent, 2 of them. That's exactly what we needed. So, time to put some stuff to the test. I'm going to attack him. She's going to attack them. And we'll just see which one can be carded first. Ouch. So we'll card that one. Nope, still need to do it. So attack that one. Attack that one. Attack that one. Alright. We each done about the same amount of damage to him. Still not enough. Alright, attack. Now card. 2 attacks from Squall, 1 from Quistis, and card is not successful. Son of a bitch. Please don't kill it. Okay, so 2 from each. Hopefully that works. I think after that we'll go from there. Once we get these 2 cards... there we go. 2 from each is all it took. Alright. I know I attacked that other one with 3 with Quistis, so that should turn. There we go. Excellent. No, I'm not mistaken. We should have 2 of them. Where's bombs? We have 3 of them. How do we have 3 of them? Ifrit's... see, this is... Ifrit is very powerful as a bottom right card, because with an 8 and a 9 in the top and the left, if you put him in the bottom right of the... I think it's a 3x3 grid, he almost can't be turned. Alright, we've done enough. We'll just make our way out of here. Whatever we're able to acquire along the way out's what we'll go with. 2 from each. And card. Oh, not quite. But will this kill it? Yep. I was afraid of that. She just had to get a critical. Oh well. No big deal. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, heading back to Balam. I think it's pronounced Balam Garden. I'm sure somebody's going to correct me. So I'm just going to apologize for right now. Alright, there's a few things we can get as we fight in the overworld here. I'm sure we're probably going to kill it in one hit, so there's really no point in trying it. I think we can already get stuff from them, yeah. Oh, it didn't die. Stronger than I thought. Okay. I would have expected it to not have much HP. It might actually have 150. Well, I'll be damned. I was not expecting that. Is he gonna kill it? Of course. So I guess we're gonna have to do this. Attack. Attack. And then card. There we go. Bite bug card. I think they can be... There's some importance to that. That they can be turned into something fairly decent. Alright, where is the garden? Over here. Now, I don't know if you're running on roads, if you can actually get into encounters. Which kind of makes me wonder if that's why they put them in the game in the first place. That's sort of, if you really want to stay inside the lines, you won't get into any kind of battle hymns. That's sort of your reward for doing so. Alright. Oh yes, you gotta maintain them like a freaking Tamagotchi. And that right there gives away my age. You know what era I grew up in when I was a kid? Digimon, Pocket Pets, Tamagotchis, Pokemon, the whole 9 yards. Oh, yep, I kind of don't need it. We'll just skip through this because we've already kind of been talking about it the whole time. Yes, yes. I wonder if GFs gain the same amount of experience we do. Yep. Pretty simple stuff. Yes, yes. Move it down, select it, switch it. Now all the AP you gain is going to start pushing into that, and so on and so forth. Yep, so it's gonna, I think it's gonna automatically move to abilities. I think, and don't quote me on this, I think it might just be like a specified command, like the game is hard-coded to automatically jump to this ability if it's the next one available, kind of deal. Like priority list for things. Now this is the point where if we change into our uniform for the seed exam, we lose out on the opportunity to play triple triad, and actually there's enough time for this stream that we're going to jump right into that and do some triple triad battles. Of course I'm going to save just so if I mess up I can start over. Because the one thing you want to make sure we don't lose, we don't want to lose the Ifrit card. If we lose that, we're kind of screwed. Because that's like a one-time deal thing. If you lose it, you're not getting another one. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to come up here and save. A staggered save, of course. And we're going to go find somebody to play triple triad with, which I believe there should be somebody running around this little circular area. Yep. Yes. This, I think this is the person you're supposed to talk to get started. Now, I believe the trade rule of 1 means that if I lose, they get to take 1 card from my deck. There's different rules, and we're going to want to play around with that when we get to the actual town of, I think it's Balam, just a little ways away from the garden before we do our seed exam. But right now, let's just try and go over triple triad. So we're going to go ahead and pick. Bombs are pretty strong from one side or the other, so let's kind of pick ones that have high numbers. So a 5, 4s, 5s, 4s, there's a 6. So of course Ifrit's important. From the side and from the bottom, the bombs are strong. That one's strong from the top, not so much anything else. Is there anything else with the 6 at the top? That's kind of weak from the side, so we're going to go ahead with one of those. That's pretty decent from the 5. Has to be a... Oh, we'll go with... let's go with another bomb. And we'll go with that. That's pretty decent. And we'll give it a shot. Now see, they go first. And that's awesome. This is really good because Mini-Mog is now up top. We want to be able to win. Now, if we put Ifrit at the bottom, we pretty much are going to ensure victory. So let's... He can't be turned. Now, I believe if we come in here and we drop the bomb here, let's see. All right, let's see. So we lost. Are we gonna lose? So we just lost Ifrit. Which is not good. So we're gonna soft reset and jump back into this. I think what we're gonna want to do is get it to where we get Mini-Mog. If we can get Mini-Mog, you can see how it's pretty defensive. Very strong with some high numbers. And that's what we want to do. Alright. I suppose we can always play them, but... Come here. Yes, I want to play a card game. And the idea is you gotta have more cards than your opponent. So Ifrit, bombs are pretty good from the top and from the left. That's decent. Kind of weak. Back up on put the second bomb and go from there. No Mini-Mog. But you know, that one over there is not too bad. So if we come over here, we want to lock that corner in, which looks like we really can't do. So let's pop this over here. Now they can't turn my bomb. And if we jump this over here, and if we pop over, if we move this here, we won't, I think we're gonna tie. So we didn't lose, we didn't win. We're sitting okay. But I guess we'll come here and play with one of these. Oh, I guess they don't play cards. Well, we'll just sit here and wait. We're kind of, you know, shortchanged when it comes to cards, because the deck we started with is not really good. You gotta get real lucky. It's important to, if you can't win, draw. That way you don't lose your stuff. Now, one of the card rules we're going to be playing with a little bit later is setting it to diff, which, if I'm not mistaken, means that the difference in our scores equals how many cards you can take from your opponent if you win. So that means if we get real good with triple triad and we win all the time, we can very easily take lots of cards. Pick the cards we want to take. Alright, come on, talk to me. Yes. Mini-Mog? I don't know. So we're going to go again with Ifrit, 2 bombs, and let's do something that can actually do from something. do something here that has a 5 there. There's Mini-Mog, excellent. Now here's the deal. You want to stay away from boxing that corner in. So it looks like we can play pretty defensively that bottom corner. Now what we want to do is we want to hit that and turn Mini-Mog. Now we want to if we come over here, we might be able to play to a win, because he can't turn any of our cards. And not only did we win, but we have our pick of the litter as we kind of go with that. So we want Mini-Mog. Mini-Mog is a very powerful top to bottom defender and attacker. And it's an attack card, whereas Ifrit is a real corner defender. So now that we have Mini-Mog, and it only took us 1 fail, 1 draw, and then 1 success. So what we're going to do is we're going to save, because I am not doing that again. And actually, now that we've got a Mini-Mog, it's about a little over an hour in terms of recording. Let me do this just to make sure. So I think this is where I'm going to call it quits for this stream. I'll probably do another stream probably tomorrow. And as the next couple days goes on, these uploads will go to YouTube. So thank you for watching. I'm grekaosangel. I will see you guys on the next stream of Final Fantasy VIII, wherein we will do more Triple Triad, and we might do enough of that. It might just be a complete stream with Triple Triad. If it's not just that, we'll definitely get to the next town, and maybe, and just maybe, get into the actual seat exam. But I'm thinking the one after that will be the seat exam, and that's where I'll explain this little trick we're going to be using. So thank you guys for watching. I'm grekaosangel. I will see you guys on the next Let's Stream of Final Fantasy VIII. Till then, later.